This is a new video with a new camera. I just purchased the Canon Rebel T3i. I decided on the Canon T3i because of affordability and a couple of features that I wanted in a camera for YouTubing. One of the features specifically was an external mic so that I can be using a microphone. In this echoey room, I didn't want to have to use a separate device and then have to merge the sound and the video. Another feature that I wanted in a camera was the ability to have a narrow depth of field so that my face could be in focus but the background blurry. And the DSLRs have the ability to do the narrow depth of field if you use the right camera lens. So I also purchased a 50mm lens, which I'm currently using right now. This particular 50mm lens has an aperture of 1.8, which actually allows for quite a narrow depth of field when you put the aperture to its full, which I think is pretty cool. It has a good look, and I like that for YouTubing. I also purchased a microphone to use as the external mic into the camera, and I chose the Zoom H1 handy recorder because affordability, again, it's about a $100 device. And it also has a line out, which I can then run directly into the camera. And so the microphone currently is right here, about 8 inches away from my mouth. In this echoey room, it helps to prevent a lot of that echo. You can still tell it's there, but it also has the advantage of being able to have the gain set so that I can play with the gain so that it can pick up more or less noise or sound. I also once I get the video, I do a little bit of editing and then I do some color correction just to make it look good because my lighting in here is pretty poor. I don't particularly like it that much. I use Blender as my video editor and color correction software, which I highly recommend. Blender is one of the most powerful open source free software packages there is that I've used anyway. So I think it's pretty exciting that we have access to it. And I like it for what it does. It's a little difficult to learn initially, but once you learn the basics of what you're wanting to use it for, it's actually quite good. It does what you need it to do. Also in this video, I kind of had some fun making a little prop computer back here. These things are actually real things that are going on, but they're not terribly useful. They're just mostly for looks. I like it. It's kind of cool. Just gives some kind of a background to my video other than the boring whiteboard that I have back there. Okay, so the Canon Rebel T3i, the Zoom H1 handy recorder, and the 50mm lens for the camera. Okay, so that's the equipment I've chosen to do YouTube videoing. So I'm hoping to put up some more videos as time permits and see what I can do with the equipment that I've got.